Icy Strait Point at Hoonah, Alaska was our next port, and we had a longer port time there. So we were very excited to do a couple of different wildlife excursions. The first one was the whale watching tour, which we booked through our ship, and because of that, the boats met right at our ship. We just had to walk down the gangplank and right onto our whale watching ships. We did not have to take the bridge across to the other excursion port, which was very nice. There were 3 whale watching boats there waiting, and we were loaded right on the first one, and all 3 boats left at the same time. We pulled out and headed out into the unknown looking for whales. The boat captain of all 3 boats had been talking on the pier, and they were letting each other know which direction they were headed, and they communicated when they found something. Our first stop, we found one whale that gave us a show for about 15 minutes of his tail, his hump, and occasionally would roll over on his side and give us a fin wave. After that, the seas were getting kind of rough and it started to drizzle rain. So we headed off to where the other 2 boats had found some whales. There was a group there circling around, which also included a mother and baby.
There we go.
Each of the boats had crew that gave you information about the whales and talked about what we were seeing. The humpback whales come here to Alaska to feed. They bring their young babies, like the one we saw here, and they do nothing but feed all day long, with taking just short rest breaks at the surface. It was very exciting to see the mom and the baby. The crew members told us they thought that baby was very, very young from its side, and it did not leave its mother's side. They swam right next to each other the whole time. So it was very cool. We were treated to a couple of breaches and some bubble feeding by a couple of the whales, but it was nice just to sit back and enjoy watching these whales that are only here during the summer. After the summer's over, they head back south to warmer water, to places like California and Hawaii. So we highly recommend the whale watching tours. It wasn't great weather today. We had a storm moving in, and we were told that they were actually going to cancel the rest of the whale watching tours for the day. So we were glad we did get this early morning show from the whales. Humpback whales are definitely an interesting creature, and I could have watched the whales all day long. I would definitely do another whale watching tour. So if you have a chance to do the whale watching here at Icy Strait Point, I would definitely say book it. It was beautiful, even with the rough weather.
Jeet. I'll be sharing the story of Jeet with you guys a little bit later this afternoon.
Oh, there's the skunk. I've got it buried down in the meadow, unless we stop for a period of time we have.
I'd like to let everyone stop and get pictures of our muskeg or Spasski mountain here. And then I've also just got a couple more fun facts to share with you guys as well. Now you guys may be wondering if it's not safe for us to walk on the muskeg because of all the sinkholes. How does an animal like a bear that weighs 1,000 pounds or more navigate this landscape? Well, they can't just avoid it. Many bears like to hibernate in Spasski mountain here. Then they head down to the river valley to eat once they wake up in the spring, and there's lots of food there in the summer. And so they do have to make a way there across this landscape, but they use very special trails to get across that are passed down from generation to generation. Each mother will teach it to her cubs, and so on and so forth. So bears know the safe places to walk where the ground is firm enough to support their weight. But bears are also very intelligent animals, and it did not take them very long to figure out that this boardwalk is also a safe place to walk. So if we look below you, you can see all the claw marks that go across our boardwalk here where bears have walked across. They do have very long, 4 to 5 inch long claws. It does not take a whole lot of effort for them to leave these nice little scuff marks here in our boardwalk, as our trail does intersect some of their active bear trails. You can't see the trails very well on the muskeg because that vegetation, that moss, grows back pretty quickly. But when we're out in the woods, you'll see all these really nice, well-worn paths leading off of our trail. Those are not human trails, those are active bear trails, so be on the lookout for those as well.
We had great tour guides here. I really learned a lot about the landscape and the wildlife. It was quite a great tour. Even though we only saw a couple of bears, I would recommend this tour and would definitely do it again. So if you enjoyed this video and want to see more videos like it, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. We have lots more videos coming out from our trip to Alaska, as well as other adventures this summer. So, as I always say, get out there and hug a tree, and thanks for watching.